Hello, hello, party people. So I'm going to wait 1 more minute. And then I'm going to start. Crazy. I see people jumping on. So just to lay out what we're going to do, we're going to spend the first part, I'm going to do the boring part, about your back office, how to do share a cart, like all the like fundamental stuff that I think scares people about their office and about like making this a business, so that you don't get scared by that, and that we can kind of get you used to doing things. And so if you are a coach, you are on this call and you will have access to this stuff in your back office. If you're hopping on this call and you're like, I didn't sign up to be a coach, but I want to find out what this stuff is, you're not going to have access to this stuff until you become a coach. And I would speak to your coach about what's the best way for you to join as a coach, because there are some different ways. And I got to tell you, please ask your coach before you buy anything. I had somebody that I actually just signed as a coach, and she was like literally going to buy everything separately because she thought that that was cheaper. And I was like, no, girl. I was like, look, like this is, because she's like, oh, I don't need the sliders and I don't need the bands. I'm like, girlfriend, you're going to get the sliders and the bands and you're going to get it cheaper than what you're doing. So that's kind of like, I always kind of want to control the conversation with my potential people and my people. I want them to come to me first. So I'm going to start. Thank you for being on this call. This call is, let me check. It is being recorded in case some people didn't get an opportunity to get on. I know Saturdays are kind of crazy in our house. It's actually kind of like the time when things are a little bit lazy in the wintertime. And so I appreciate, regardless of how your schedule is, that you made time to be on here. And so I'm going to kind of get right into this. But before I get right into the nitty-gritty, I just want to explain what coaching is, because so many people are so afraid of that coach title. And let me just explain to you, if you look at any of the greatest coaches in sports, they usually were not the star athletes. They were not the people with the most talent, but yet they shine as a coach. And one of the reasons they shine as a coach, because your job is not to teach people who are perfect. Your job is to inspire people to keep going. And I don't know about you, but if you are so perfect at everything, how the heck can you connect with anyone who is struggling, with anyone that lacks confidence that they think that they can do this? Like, if there's anything that I know that makes me a good coach, is that I know every insecurity mostly that people have. I know every time that they have want to quit. I know every time that they have struggled. And the coaching lifestyle has been what has kept me from quitting. I don't quit anymore because I have stood up, I have been a coach, and I have other people who depend on me. I got to tell you, you want to stop eating Oreos out of the closet? Stand up and be a coach, because you will think twice about that. You will think twice about overindulging because you have a greater purpose now. Okay? And the second thing I want to tell you about coaching is this. And I just did this in my coaching group. So many people come into my business as customers and coaches, and I create a lifestyle for them. I create them to be lifers, meaning that this is something that they love. They love Beachbody. They love the programs. They love the supplements. They love the community. And then they get caught up in, oh my goodness, how do I share this, right? And I have to tell you this. If you were a business owner and you opened a dress shop, you would literally talk about it all the time. And you would literally want people to go out and buy dresses, right? You would not open a dress shop and be like, God, I really love fashion and I love creating dresses for women so that they feel incredible, but I'm not going to talk about these dresses. I'm not going to talk about them because I don't want to sell you. I don't want to sell you. Like, I make these beautiful dresses and oh my God, when I put my dress on, I feel amazing, but I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. And it's like, you have to get over the fact that I don't care if you are a stay-at-home mom or if you are a CEO of a business. You are a salesperson and you are engaged in sales behavior every day, because sales behavior is simply inspiring people to take action to do things they normally probably would not have done without your intervention. That's all it is. And I don't know about you, but I know everybody on this call feels different. I know they feel incredible. I know that they feel a difference. And why are we closing our mouths about it? Why is it easier to sell somebody a handbag or lash whatever or jewelry? Why is it easier to do that when we have something that can fundamentally not just change people's lives, but change their families and then change other people? I mean, when you think about it, it truly is a revolution, guys. And if you are on this trip right now, you didn't get on this trip late. I've been a coach 5.5 years, and I can tell you that Beachbody is literally only like scraping the surface of what we can do. And the fact that you have decided to be a part of it is amazing. And don't take it for granted that you literally just signed on to be part of a revolution. And so I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully you're on a computer, or you can watch this back when you're on it. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get right into the right into my Coach Online Office. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is your Coach Online Office. This is what it looks like when you're on a laptop, and then it sort of looks like this on a phone. And so these are the things that, you know, you'll come into. It'll tell you your coach ID right there. It's going to tell you what your paid rank is, and that means that what your organization looks like today, not what it has achieved in the past. It'll tell you your current status, which is always really important. You always want to be active. And it'll tell you your join date. And you can see my join date is 2012. And then it'll tell you how many Success Club points that you have gotten. And it says, and it'll tell you with your qualified, along with Success Club points you have to earn, you have to have a Shakeology order, or at least 90 PV points a month. And so I'm not qualified because my Shakeology doesn't come until I think the 24th. And so once that gets shipped out, it'll go to qualified. So here's your profile, here's Success Club, here's volume, here's earnings. And the number one thing you want to go to, especially if you're on the phone, is your alerts. Because your alerts are where you're going to find your people that signed up, your customers. That's where you're going to find out who signed up as a coach, who signed up as a coach in your organization. Let me go to Monitor My Business. So Monitor My Business is kind of the place where you're going to see all these kind of things here. You'll see your compensation is where you get paid. Your customer orders are where they come in. You'll see your own personal orders that you can get there. Your downline is, you'll see your personally sponsored coaches. Sponsorship drill down will allow you to see everybody in your organization. And there, grow your business. This is where you're going to get kind of like things that are help. For instance, shareable media. When you click on that, there will be videos that you can cut and paste, and then you can send that to your people. So like, let's say somebody wants to know about like what's what Portion Fix is or what Shakeology is. That will be things there that you can use, like a comparison chart, or things that you can like what's so special about Shakeology. I tend to use an older video about Shakeology, but we call those things third-party tools. And we call them third-party tools because you don't have to be the only person selling things. Sometimes when people say, can you give me more information about that? People get like deer in headlights. And so that is where you can find stuff that you can send people. But we have also, and Tanya's going to get more into this, created some Facebook groups for you to make it even simpler for you to get your first sale. And volume is another thing. Here's volume. Now, what volume is everything has a dollar price, but everything also has a volume point system price, okay? And you're going to get paid two ways. When you get your paycheck, you will get paid a commission, and then you will get paid things called bonuses. And one of them is a team cycle bonus. And you need to be an emerald to start receiving them. And an emerald is just you and two personally sponsored coaches. And so we're not talking about anything crazy. But what's really cool about our company is this. The best way to explain it is this. I'm at the top as the leader of the organization that came in first. And I literally say that, guys, because I have a lot of leaders on my team. I'm just the one that started drinking Shakeology, okay? And created this. So I'm here. We have a left leg and we have a right leg, okay? You are either on your coach's left leg or your coach's right leg. Whichever one is connected to your coach is considered the strong leg. And we call that the strong leg because it's not just you putting coaches on there. It's me putting coaches on there. It's Tanya putting coaches on there. And so you are not just building your team yourself. We are all working together. Your other leg is something we call the weak leg. And we call it the weak leg because you are building that leg and your coaches, your personally sponsored coaches are building that leg and their coaches are building that leg. You want to hear the coolest thing? You can eventually make your weak leg your strong leg. Meaning that when I started out, my right leg was my strong leg and my weak leg was my left leg. I put my husband on my weak leg, and that's what we tell you to do, especially if you're going to build a business. You really want a family member or you want a spouse to be in that first spot. Because if you're building a business, who better to get to reap the benefits of being the first coach on that leg than a family member, right? And I control my husband's account. And so therefore, he was my first coach. And then my first customer, Jen, actually became my second coach. And so when you get to Emerald, you are going to start accumulating volume. See this volume here? Okay. Now, I get paid at $18 a cycle. And a cycle means when you have 200 points on one leg, you have a matching 100 points on the other leg. You cycle once. As an Emerald, that's $14 a cycle. At Diamond, that's $18 a cycle. And when you get to Diamond, not only do you get paid on a cycle, if your coaches start developing team cycle bonuses, you earn 10% on what they earn. And so, for instance, somebody like Kristen Davis earned $1,000 on team cycle bonus last week. I get $100. Beachbody is like, hey, good job, Kim. Your coach earned a team cycle bonus of $1,000. We're going to give you $100. So I'm getting all into this so that you fully understand that we are a team and we are not just lone wolves out there building a business. We truly get better when we all work together. Now, this is where it's important, guys. When you stay active, you do not want to be an inactive coach and have become an Emerald. Because see this carryover volume? This carries over to the next week. And so let's just say you didn't get a team cycle bonus. You don't let that stuff go away. It's not just like Beachbody's like, sorry, girl, like you didn't use it. Like, no, Beachbody's like, no, girl, we're going to give you another shot. We're going to keep rolling that over and rolling that over. And so it becomes a bank account in a sense. I have coaches on my team that have been coaches since 2013 that literally have $9,000 in team cycle bonus if they build their business to a certain level. And so I don't want you to think that if you're not growing your business as fast as you would like, that all of a sudden you are losing out or anything like that. So that's volume. Here's your earnings. Okay, and that's what a typical paycheck looks like. And this is my first business center. I have 4 business centers, and you can see total lifetime earnings. I've earned $637,000 in just this business center. And just this year, guys, what's it, the 18th? In 18 days, that business center has made $15,000. I don't know about you, but $15,000 can make a lot of things happen. So, this is your retail commission, and that's the 25% off you make of whatever you sell. Subscription commission. Subscription commission is when somebody buys Beachbody on demand. That's all they buy. Guess what? You get 40% of that, guys. That's a 40% payout. That's even more than the 25% that you get. And so don't think that just because you didn't convert somebody to a challenge pack and they only bought Beachbody on demand that you suck, and somehow that's still income, guys. We're here to build income. Team bonus. I want you to look at my team bonus that I get paid out in that business center. Look at my retail commission and look at my team bonus. Which one is making more money for me? My team or that I'm selling like challenge packs? It's my team. Okay? The matching bonus, that's the 10%. When you get to Diamond, which is why we want you to get to Diamond, so that you can earn more money. Diamond is not just like, hey girl, we're going to make a cute picture of you. It's so you make more money. And when you get 10% of what your coaches earn, so let's just say your coach, you got to Diamond, you're a baby Diamond, your coach got a $14 check. You get a check for $1.40. Not a big deal. But you know what? You're growing a team. Fast start bonus. Fast start bonus is when you sell a challenge pack to a coach. That gets paid out in a bonus. Here's this fast start bonus plus. You know what that is? If you sell 5 challenge packs in a month to a coach, you get an extra $100. So not only are you getting paid on the commission of that challenge pack, you're getting paid extra money because you found 5 people to sell a challenge pack to as a coach. I don't know about you, but I get $100 in my paycheck every week because every month I sign enough people to be able to earn that bonus. And then that's my total commissions for the week. In that business center, I have my second business center, I have my third business center, and I have my husband's business center. And so I roughly make about anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000 a week when you add it all up. And I know some of you just dropped your jaw, but you know what? I was one of those people that when my coach shared that, I was like, I could never make that. Like, I'm just hoping I can go to Target and my husband doesn't yell at me. Like, you know, so like, I didn't start this business and was like, oh my God, I'm going to be like this girl boss and I'm going to drive a sports car. Like, I really wasn't. I was just trying to make my, make back what I put out in my challenge pack. And most of you paid $180, $150. And so you can make that back if you sell 3 challenge packs. Not only can you make your investment back with that, but you can also make a slight income on that. And guess what happens in month 2? In month 2, if those people that you sold a challenge pack to still love Shakeology, still love the performance line, you make money off of them again, and then you're finding another 3 people. And then you start to grow your business. And that's how you start to do it. Now, let me just go, let me see what else I wanted to show you. Oh, here's important. So let me just explain to you. I'm not going to be like my parents. Like, did your parents ever tell you that story where they're like, we didn't have school buses. We walked to school with like 6 feet of snow. Like, I'm not going to be like that. But let me just tell you something. When we started as coaches 5 years ago, we didn't have all this. It was just like, hey, good luck. Go talk about Shakeology. You guys literally have at your fingers all the things that you need to develop yourself as a leader, develop yourself as a business person. I mean, look, product training. If you're somebody that feels insecure because you don't know enough about the products, you have it all there for you. I mean, take a look at that. Shakeology, FAQs. Like, let's say somebody says, hey, you know, like, I don't know about this maca root and Shakeology. Like, you might be like, right? You can go into the Shakeology FAQ and be like, maca root. And the Shakeology gods, the FAQ gods are going to be like, here. And then you get to sound like, like you're a scientist. Here's 80-day obsession. If you're not sure how to talk about that, there you go. Beachbody on demand. And they even give you talking points. Now, I don't know about you. I never felt like I needed those, but I know that I'm bringing coaches in who are not like me, who are very much different personalities, who they like information. I'm like kind of fly by the seat of my pants, kind of figure it out. And I just love to get people enthused and energetic and, excited about what's going on. Let me just see anything else. News is where coach breaking news. You'll find out like all the new stuff that comes out. The National Wake Up Call. The National Wake Up Call you can listen to. You can listen after. Sometimes I listen after because it allows me to conserve my time. And what's really cool is that now you can listen to the call on Facebook. And so they actually do the call on Facebook on Beachbody 411, I think the page is. And so you can see this Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Lindsay Matway is going to go. And here, look, let's just say last week you didn't hear Ashley Molstead, which Ashley is actually part of our team and part of my coach's team, and she was the number 2 coach. You can go back and listen to that. And you just really just like click that and get the information. So let me just stop. Now I want to get into share a cart, okay? Because let's say you're like, Kim, I got somebody that wants to buy something, right? You're like excited as can be. You're going to go to sharecart.teambeachbody.com, and I think I'm in here. So let me sign out so that you can see it. All right, let me see. All right, I'm going to sign out. This is the easiest way to send somebody a link. Please don't send them to your website and think they're going to figure it out. First of all, our website just did get updated, and it is pretty cool, but it is still confusing. And like I said, people are not going to know when you make combinations of things, it's cheaper. And so I like to own the process of somebody. And plus, I also like to be able to ask people if they want to be a coach or if they want to be a customer. And this allows me to have that conversation in a very natural way. Because basically what I say to them is like, hey, there's two different links I can send you. The first, they're both the same price, but one of them allows you to get future 25% off. You do pay a nominal fee of $15.99 a month, but most people love the discount. Would you like to take advantage of the discount? And in my case, 90% of people are like, yes. And they say yes. And so that's how you're easily going to get to Emerald, because you'll sell somebody a challenge pack and you'll put that wording in there and they'll be like, yes. And the thing is, guys, they can quit at any time. It is literally an online form that they just fill in, and they just, excuse me, they just do. So let's sign in. Okay, now, view status means that any orders that you've done before, guess what? You can check on those people. You can see who got sent an email. You can check who viewed them. So if they say to you, oh, I didn't get the email, Kim, and then you see them under viewed, you can say, liar, liar, pants on fire. No, I'm just kidding. You can also see who purchased, okay? So you'll get a thing that says who purchased. So obviously these people just got these, you can obviously see, look, Michelle got hers the 15th of December. Michelle is thinking hard about this. But it happens, guys. Just because you send a link out doesn't mean they're going to do it. So let's go to new enrollment. So you're going to put the email address in there. You're going to put their name, last name, and then you're going to decide, do they want to be enrolled as a customer or a coach? You're also, see this United States here? You're also going to need to change that if you have a Canadian customer, because you want to send them a Canadian link. Right now, if you are signing UK coaches, because, hey, we're in England. I don't even think they call it England anymore. We are in the UK. We are like global, right? You can't use Share a Cart right now for UK. And so we use something called Beachbody links that gives them a direct link. You also can't use Share a Cart for Beachbody On Demand. And so if you're going to use Beachbody On Demand, you have to send them a direct link, which I will show you. And so once you do that, it'll say continue, and then it'll say pick one. And so, 80-day obsession or Beachbody On Demand. And then on the bottom, it'll give you like what you pick, like what the person wanted. Like, let me just try to do this. That'll be the email of my 4th business center. Kim Lima Rosa, just to get it out there. All right, so let's say I'm going to enroll her as a coach. All right, here's the shop. Guess what? This was something that we couldn't do. Let's just say your person wants to buy a challenge pack and they only want to buy Energize. You can do that. So you're going to do challenge pack. Let's say they want 80-day obsession. You're going to pick which one they want. It's so simple, right? So let's just say she wants a mega completion pack. And then you're going to pick the Shakeology that they want. And then you're going to pick add to cart. Oh, that's a completion pack. Of course, I picked the wrong one. Because that person doesn't have Beachbody On Demand. And then you're just going to add things in. And then at the end, let me try to fix that. Let me just get her a regular challenge pack. All right. Completion packs, guys. When you hear the word completion pack, it means that they have Beachbody On Demand already. Okay? All right. Add to cart. Okay. So there's the order. I always double check my order because sometimes you can hit the wrong thing and stuff like that. And so you're going to hit send email. And so this is what I do because sometimes the system, it kind of glitches. And so the person doesn't get the email. And so I do this. I copy shareable link. I click it. And then I send it to the person. And so if I'm talking to them through Facebook Messenger or Instagram or email, I say to them, hey, the system's going to send you an email, but just in case they don't, here's the email also. So that is share a cart. I'm going to stop share and I'm going to turn the call over to Tanya. Like I said, I got the boring part of this, but hopefully you're not as scared from how you actually sign people. Let me unmute you, Tanya. Go ahead, Tanya.
Forgive me, I'm going upstairs. I just got invaded by some friends. So hold on.
Does anybody have any questions? You can write them at the bottom. There's a chat. And if you have any questions that come up, we'll try to get to them at the end. But don't be, I'm laughing because my assistant just sent me a message. She just did cardio flow. I told you. She's frozen. I froze her. Oh, we got a lot of people on here. Woohoo! So while she's getting, organizing herself, let's talk about first goals. Our first goal, honestly, for any of you who want to do this, is that you sell one challenge pack. Because we know this, if you can sell one challenge pack, you can sell 3. And so we want to build up enough confidence in you that you know that you can bring one person into this business and you can change their lives. And here's the thing, guys, you don't understand how much you can change one person's life and how much that is going to really, really change your perspective on this. Now, there's something we call Success Club. Success Club is a series of points that you earn as a coach. And what's really cool is that when you hit Success Club 5 points, which will probably be 6 points because I really don't think anything is 1 point anymore, you get a prize from Beachbody every month. Every month I have gotten some sort of a prize for helping at least 3 people a month. And so I don't tell people to worry about points. Points are from challenge pack sales. And so if you sell a challenge pack, if you sell just Shakeology, you earn 2 points. If you sell a mega pack, if somebody's like, I'm going all in, I want a mega pack, you earn 3 points. And so if you sold a mega pack and a regular basic pack, that's just 2 people you helped in a month and you hit Success Club. And so what we tell people is this: there's a program called Success Starters. And if you hit Success Club in your first full month, because some of you have joined in the middle of the month, we don't call that your first full month. We call a first full month like when you're there from day 1 to day 30 or 31 is your first full month, okay? So When you help 3 people a month with a challenge pack, you have achieved Success Club. And I tell my coaches that want to make this a business that becomes a non-negotiable behavior. But I don't want you to think if you don't achieve that you should throw in the towel, that this is not for you, because girlfriend here, did not sell a challenge pack for 5 months. I also didn't know what the hell I was doing. And so the fact that you're on this call or listening to it, like, you're going to be 10 steps ahead of me. Okay. Tanya, are you up there? You ready? Good. Let me unmute you. Go ahead.
Sorry, I think walking up the stairs, I got disconnected. So anyway, like I was saying, I always know a really good indicator of somebody that's serious about this business, or somebody that's like going to be a go-getter, is people that can learn to utilize what we call the FAQ. And what that is for every single program and every single challenge pack and every single rule or regulation in Beachbody, there is an FAQ. And if you look in your back office, that is going to be your Google research tool to find anything and everything you need to know. So I really, really think that you guys write that down. Instead of, I get tons of like easy questions all the time. And if you just rely on that resource, you'll be able to answer those questions like that. How to change your credit card, how to change your shake flavor, how to skip, alternate Shakeology with the performance line. Like, you're going to find all of that information back there. So that's really important. How to become a coach. There's a form that you can get a refund, that kind of stuff. If you bought a challenge pack and you're not currently a coach, you can get that $39.99 coach fee refunded via a simple form. So I really wanted to emphasize that before I get into my part of this. Thank you guys for all getting on this call. What I want to talk to you about is the actual process of having people join you. And I can see people on here that are my coaches. They're currently discount coaches, and some of them, it's really funny, you guys have sent me people, right? You joined me, and 2 days later you said to me, hey, my girlfriend Brenda wants to do this with me. And I was like, okay, great. Well, I didn't want to bombard anybody after like 2 days after becoming a coach to say, hey girl, you could have made your investment back. And that was my first goal when I became a coach. I want my Shakeology paid for. That was it. That was a little itty bitty goal that I set for myself. And I said, well, if I just get 2 people a month to join me, right? A challenge pack commission is $50. If I can get 2 people to join me, I get my Shakeology for free. That is an easy, sustainable goal to hit if you are serious about just, I know you're not going to dive off the diving board off the deep end, but that is an easy goal to set. You know why it's easy? I'll tell you this. I never set out to become a coach. I absolutely 100% never thought I would be on this call talking to all you women and have the organization that I have today. I was grossly overweight. I was very insecure, and I needed help. And little seeds got planted in my head by Kimberly. And before I knew it, I had shed 60 pounds, and everybody in the hospital wanted to know what I was doing. And they were literally handing me their credit cards. They didn't even care. And that's how it starts. It starts by your commitment to your own journey. And when you commit to your own journey and you go at it with no excuses, things are going to change and doors are going to open and opportunities are going to be, you're going to be like, wow, who would have thought that me finally following through and getting my ass into shape was going to turn into an income opportunity? Like, how mind-blowing is that? How mind-blowing is that this desperate girl that just needed help and needed to stop looking for quick fixes somehow turned this into a $1,000 a week business, right? That matches my income in a job that I hate. Crazy, right? Crazy stuff. And it's going to happen. It can happen if that's where you put your mind. If that's your mindset, if you realize that, hey, if I do this, I'm winning at every base. I'm winning in that I feel better. I'm winning in that I have confidence, and I'm winning in that I have the opportunity to create possibilities for my family. I created through just my relationship with Kim and this team and the things that I've done, I've created so much opportunity for my family that it's insane. It's insane. I brought my husband home from overnights. I sent him back to anesthesia school. I currently have matched my income at the hospital doing this, and I feel good about it. I feel good that I can look at Kendra and say, you know what? I'm going to try to change your life if it kills me. I want to be a positive impact on your life. I have purpose. I wake up and get out of bed and know that I need to work out because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 people that are relying on me to show up in my life. And you know what? If I wasn't a coach, do you know how many times I'd probably been like, tomorrow, I'll just do it tomorrow. Nobody's going to care that I didn't work out today. But you know what? A lot of people care that I didn't work out today because I'm a role model, and I actually love feeling that way. I love having that attached to my identity. I love that I could leave a legacy that I changed people's lives. So that's my little tidbit about that. So I want to teach you how you do what I do, what Kim does, what other people do. It's not scary, guys. At first you're gonna be like, oh, I don't think I can do this. Oh my God, I gotta talk to people. You want me to friend request somebody from high school? Like, trust me, we all went through it. If you go back to my social media when I first started, it was my picture was the 21-day fix stock photo. It was pathetic. It's okay. We grow, we learn, we find our voice, we find how we can impact people. That's what happens. Every part of this, from your workout to your meal plan to becoming a coach, is a growing experience. And you'll get better every time you do it. That's it.
And the best is when the mean girls that didn't talk to you in high school will send you a message and be like, girl, what are you doing?
Oh yeah. And you're like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Let me help you, honey. But anyway, my bit is inviting with class. It's not being salesy or icky. And I was that person that put up stock photos of the 21-day fix. And, that's not what we want you to do. We do not sell. If you go to my social media, I do not sell anything. What I do is I share what I'm doing, and I invite people to join me. That's my stick, right? But it's just like this. And Kim touched on this. You know when that great new restaurant opens and you have the meal of a lifetime and you talk about it to all your friends, you're like, oh my God, I just went to Capital Grill and I had the lobster biscuit and it was amazing. You have no problem talking about that, right? That's easy. This is the same thing. I found something. I had a problem. I found a solution, and this is what it's doing for my life. That's it. That's how I run my business. I felt, I feel, I think this can help you. That's what I do. That's my thing. I always think about who was I when I first started. I'm always talking to the old me. Always. So there's different ways to invite. One of them is going to be face-to-face conversations. And that's going to come from people in your work, people in your family that are going to start noticing changes in you. They're going to notice a change in your body and your attitude and your smile. It's going to be inevitable if you commit yourself to this. Okay? That's a great place to start. Another way is to just simply, if you're like, oh, I think I'm thinking about coaching, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little wishy-washy. I'm going to dip my feet into the kiddie pool and see what happens. Well, the greatest way you could start is this. Start talking about your journey. You don't have to invite anybody to do anything. Why don't you just take a minute out of your day, the same way you're showing up in the VIP test group, and write a little bit about it on your public page, right? Say, oh my God, I just started this new program, 80-Day Obsession. My booty's on fire. I can't believe my results in 5 days. Easy, leave it. Curiosity post. Don't invite anybody to do anything. Just day after day, show up and share what you're doing. Because eventually someone's gonna say, Kendra, what are you doing? You look amazing. What's going on? I need more information. Right? That's it. We're going to share little tidbits of what we're doing. Oh my God, Autumn Calabrese. Who would have known she was going to kick my ass like this? Like easy stuff, guys. Easy stuff. Show your bands, show your sliders. If you're into this and that's what, and you want to build up to that, I would suggest these little curiosity posts. That's it, right? Another way to do it, if you're adamantly trying to build a business and you're trying to do it quickly, is private messaging, right? I have a couple of friends at work. Hey girl, I just saw you in the break room with all those donuts in your hand. I just started this program and I'm drinking Shakeology and I couldn't even think about putting those donuts in my mouth. Like stupid shit like that. Don't overcomplicate it. Reach out and just say, hey, I'm doing this thing. I think this would be good for you. I would love to have you do this with me. That's how I started my business. A lot of it. I did it with all the girls in the break room who I'm watching scarf down everything that's on the table. And I said, hey, I know you said you wanted to lose weight. I have this group and I think it would be great for you because that's it. If you're really adamant about building a business quickly and you want to start to get the ball rolling, you need to create posts and you need to have a call of action to it, right? Hey, I'm doing this 80-day obsession. I can't believe how I lost 4 inches in such and such amount of time. I feel so great. I have this supportive community around me and I would love to add more ladies to it, like girl power. I'm just, I'll drop a bunch of stuff. In our VIP group, we were very calculated that we put resources in there for coaches because we knew what happens. Like I knew that although right now you're like, get out of here, Tanya, I can't do that. Wait till you see your results and wait till you see how you feel. You're going to want to get on the highest rooftop in the city you live in and scream it from the rooftops that I finally found something that works. And that's how I became a coach. That's it. So I was very calculated in putting that in there, even though it does not pertain to the program necessarily. But I will put up different types of invites if that's what you want to do. All right. The last thing I want to share with you guys is this. Kim and I have been on a bender to create successful new coaches and make sure that we give it all to you. Well, we are giving you the opportunity to lose weight and feel better and confidence and get into your skinny jeans and all that. At your fingertips is a business opportunity. Where else can you go and say, I spent $140, Kim, right? What was it? Kim spent $140 on almost $1 million business.
Yeah.
That's some shit, right? Yeah. She's almost there. She's going to be, next time I probably go to Summit with her, she'll be in the Million Club. And I'll get to be there sitting there in the front of Summit, clapping my hands, saying, I knew you could do it. That's crazy, right? Crazy. $140 was what a challenge pack cost when we bought it. I think it's $160 now, inflation. But that you could make $1 million.
Yeah.
That's food for thought.
Yeah.
And another thing we've been on.
Even if you included the Shakeology every month, what's that? $115 a month for $1 million.
That's a tax write-off.
And it's a tax write-off. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's insane, especially for a female. And I'm not going to get into sexism and all this other stuff, but I know that my girlfriends who are in other areas of corporations do not rise to the top of their company as fast as I did.
No, it just doesn't happen. I mean, I work in healthcare. I make a 2.5 to 3% raise. That's like a buck every year. That's insane. So the last bit is, so we've been on a bender to, the last thing I want to emphasize is this. Well, Tanya, my girlfriend Cindy wants to join me, but what am I going to do with her after she signs up? Well, we have 2 different groups. If she's doing the 80-day obsession, you'll add her to that group. We also have another group if you are just in that group, and it's called the BOD Virtual Fitness Studio, okay? And that's where you're gonna add new people. We're already doing the work for you. When I started, I had to support new people, create new challenge groups, find content, you know, all that stuff. But we've already done it for you. And we've already created albums at the top where you can just tag and plug, right? I plugged a new girl in here, and we always have a new little, you'll go under photos, under albums, it'll say getting started right. And that's where you'll start them. That's it. You don't have to do all the work that I used to have to do when I was a new coach. It's glorious. And then the last bit that we've done for you is this. I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to go here. And we're going to share that screen. Okay, this is a group that's on Facebook, and it's called the New Girls Guide to Getting Started. Don't know what to say to people. Don't know how to, you know, I know when I first started, I would word vomit all over everybody. Oh, hi, my name's Tanya. I lost all this weight, and if you drink my superfood shake and do this and do that, and I'm going to support you, and blah, 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 blah. It was like barfing all over people. I've been there. Trust me, we all start there. Kim can share posts with you that we all did it. We all started the same way. We created this group here, and what it is an information-based group, okay? If you want to be added, I'm going to share the link in the albums of the VIP test group. And what it really is, let me see, we're going to go here to the feed. So we have here, we're going to share all our results. So you can just literally click on the album, Real People, Real Results. That's going to be our team and all the results that people have had. You'll just literally plug people into this group. I'll approve it, or Kim will approve it, and you'll tag them and stuff. Here we have What About Shakeology. You'll just grab the album, you'll tag them, and they'll be able to click and go through why Shakeology is an important part of this process. I have here a little welcome video. I need Kimberly to go in there and do one as well. Here we have your program guide, the greatest hits. Every single program is in here, and a little tidbit about them. Maybe somebody's like, oh, I want to do the 21-day fix. Listen, everybody's not going to be like, I'm going to do the 80-day obsession. It's not going to happen. That's going to take time, and that's probably going to take people that know about Beachbody. But you're going to have people that are starting off from the gate, and you want to start them off with easy programs like the 21-day fix. That is my go-to first program. You're going to literally tag. All right, guys. There's another one. The performance line. Oh, what is that yellow juice you keep posting on? And that you said you cleaned your whole house in an hour. What was that about? Plug them in, tag them in Energize, be done with it. The last part is the All Access Pass. This is what I don't sell DVDs anymore. I really don't, unless somebody has some kind of like internet issue. I just don't. Because why would you want to buy one program for $160 when you can have every program for $99 a year or $160 challenge pack? So this is another one. And Kim has a great video in here about how to navigate that. We tell you how to set it up. Guys, we've done all the work for you. We really have. There's no reason why you couldn't be successful at this if you believe that you can be. And I'm going to tell you what, it's all between your ears. Whatever it is you're going to make of this is what's between your ears. That's it. And I can't wait to see all you guys realize that the potential and the possibilities of this. That's why we did this video. I say to Kim, people are sending me people like, they're not getting it. They're not getting it. You could have covered your Shakeology. Well, I'll all day long take your people. You are a coach. I know it says discount coach, and I know that that's what you have on your mind right now, but reality is you could take that next step.
Absolutely. Kim? Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit about conversations before we let you go, because I think that is the number one action you need to take. Is you need to be having conversations with people. And so that is the scariest thing that you will probably do, but it also can be the easiest thing you do, because especially when people are asking you questions, people are like, what are you doing? And here's what I have realized, because I kind of mentor my new coaches, especially the ones that come in that are like, I want to do this for, like, I really want to be a working coach. And one of the things that happens is when somebody asks you what you're doing, you kind of all of a sudden get that like deer in headlights, right? When I want you to talk about it just like Tanya said, like as if you just ate at the best restaurant. Like, how would you talk to them about that? That's all you're doing. And why wouldn't you invite somebody to be like, oh my God, I have this like awesome group and it just gives me support on the days that I don't think I can do it. Now, if you're a new coach on this call, I want you to make a list of 30 people that you think could benefit from anything that we sell. Maybe it's somebody who has a finicky eater, who has a kid that needs to gain weight. They could be a candidate for Daily Sunshine, right? It could be somebody who you think has publicly said, oh my God, I'm trying to lose weight. Like Melanie Mitro is the #1 coach, and she's been the #1 coach for 4 years now. Do you know that she got invited to a challenge group because she posted on Facebook that she was trying to lose weight and she was really having difficulty? And a coach sent her a message and said, hey, I just saw your post. And guess what? That girl who invited her, I think she friended her because her husband was friends with her husband. And so there is this 6 degrees of separation, especially on social media. And you need to keep kind of expanding your horizons with people. And so not only are you going to have the 30 people that you know that could benefit from this, you are going to each day start expanding your horizons. I don't want you to go out there and start friending 100 people a day. First of all, Facebook is going to flag you. And second of all, you're never going to be able to control that or be able to monitor it. But if you add 1 to 3 people a day to your social media, if you have 1 to 3 conversations a day with people, you will still build your business. And so let's say you have those 30 people. You want to send them a message. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be so icky. Like I get those icky messages. I get those people that friend me and then the next day they're like, hey, we have this sale on Lash Boost and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And then you're like sitting there looking like, ew, right? Instead, what I do, especially when I do cold messaging, which is something I have to admit I don't do a lot of because I prefer to kind of build interest using my social media. But when I do invite people, I invite them with passion. I invite them with, hey, this is so cool. I think you would be a great addition. I don't invite them like, hey, I saw you look like you gained weight since the last time I saw you at baseball, and I think that this is going to work for you. Like, that's not what we do. What we do is, oh my God, girl, I've been doing this 80-day obsession. It's crazy. Maybe you saw my videos. Maybe you saw me posting about it because, hello, didn't Tanya just say to start posting on your Facebook about 80-day obsession? And people are always going to be watching you. Don't think that anybody's not watching you. And so you say to them, oh my God, it's awesome. We have this online group. We check in. It's really helped me stay on track. And I was thinking of all the girlfriends I know that could really benefit and would actually get a kick out of it, and it would be fun. Because let's face it, guys, losing weight is not fun, right? It's not something that people look to do. It's why girlfriends go to the gym in packs, right? Like, I don't know about you, but my girlfriends used to be like, oh my God, that boxing place just opened up down the street. Do you want to go? Like, let's go. Let's check it out. And then the next thing you know, all of us have spent like $300 and we don't even go to the boxing place anymore. That's what this is. You're just creating that kind of situation for them. I bet you have people in your life that are your ride and die people. And your ride and die people are the people that if you say to them and say, hey, you know, I am starting a new business and I would really love for you to help me in this new business. Do you have any interest in helping me prove that these products like work and help you. And if you have those ride and die people, they'll be like, sure, I had those ride and die people who help me, who will support me, who do that. And here's the thing, they will be your walking advertisements for you after you help them with that. If you have a sister, if you have a friend, if you have a whatever, like, you know, if your sister or your family member like opened a business, wouldn't you feel obligated to go eat at their restaurant? Wouldn't you feel obligated to start talking about like what they do? And so, you know, I have friends, guys, that have never joined me with Beachbody, but they talk about me all the time. They're like, oh, you got to talk to my friend Kim. Like, she's awesome. You got to follow her. Tanya Gornick is on this call because a classmate from high school told her she needs to follow me. Nicole Veneri is she'll be a Star Diamond next week. She is a client of mine because her husband and I went to high school together, and he said, Nick, if you're trying to lose weight, like, you should really check out this girl, Kim. She's cool, and I think you'll get along with her. So don't sell yourself short in the amount of people that can help you start building your business. And so the last part I will leave you with this is about objections. People will give you objections. How you deal with them makes all the difference in the world, because most people are giving you an objection because they're scared. They're scared. They're afraid that it's another damn thing in their house that's going to collect dust and they're going to fail at. And so they're going to tell you that they don't have money. They're going to tell you that, yeah, you know, I think I'm going to go to the gym, whatever. Your job is to come back at them with an objection. I mean, with an answer to that objection, because they want to see how passionate you are. Can you imagine if you tried to convince somebody to buy something and they're like, yeah, I don't have the money this month. And you're like, okay. And then you never talk to them again. That person actually thinks that all you wanted to do was sell them. They don't think that you were trying to change their life because you don't even bother to follow up with them. So what I do with people, especially with money, is I say to them, you know, a lot of my girls actually use this as an investment. They invest in themselves. They work really hard for their results. It adds extra accountability, and they wind up earning their investment back and possibly making income. Is this something that might interest you? And do you know what 90% of people who tell me they have money problems do? How do I do it?
Buy a mega challenge pack.
Buy a mega challenge pack. Yeah. I don't even actually know if she's on here. But yeah, I had one of my girls that was like, I don't have the money. I can't make that investment. And I was like, okay. And I explained that to her. And like literally the next week, she's like, I'm going to stop saying no to myself and I'm going to go with the mega pack. I'm like, okay. Like, but that's the thing. When you come back with confidence, here's the thing. The number one reason why people don't have success is because they allow a rejection to control their life. And I'm here to tell you that I probably get the most no's out of anybody on this call. You know how I know I get the most no's? Because I have the No Success Club points in my team right now. Tanya's almost beating me and Preeti's almost beating me. But like I love when they beat me. It's like makes me excited. But guys, the more challenge packs you sold simply means the more people you spoke to. And I got to tell you this.
And the more lives you changed.
Yes. And I got to tell you this. If you have sold one challenge pack, I can guarantee you have spoken to 10 people. At least 10 people. And one of them said yes. And here's the other thing. Just because they said no to you today does not mean they say no to you forever. And when you continue to be in their life, and when you continue to check on them, and they continue to watch you slay your life, they come back to you. And all of a sudden they pop up in your messages and they go, all right, girl, I've been watching you for 6 months. Like, what do I do? Because you
all the time
proven them. You have proven that this works, that you're not in it for a sale, that you're not a flash in the pan, and that you are not going anywhere. So thank you so much for being on the call. I actually am having some documents printed up that will give you some talking points, especially for those of you who kind of like are not by the fly by the seat of your pants kind of people, so that we can put that in your hands. But thank you so much for taking time out of your—
And I wanted to leave you with this. We're also going to start a new coach mentorship with some detailed information. So do me a favor, if you're my coach or Kim's coach or a coach that is starting to, want to dip their feet in the water and would just like more information like this in more of a place where you can go through it at a regimented, where you're not getting like thrown information at you all at once, where you can kind of, go through it maybe an hour out of your day. We'd love to have you. All right. Happy Saturday. Go Eagles.
Bye.